Tzvachina Golka. Rudyort frightened. Referee? Ale here's a lot of Durka for threads. Ayaka her bristle. Tsikavo? The faces are justified. In any Viplot one without poisoning. Rudyort Virashiv attached to the Shrino spoons. Vanila. The faces are justifying. Tse is just a spoon, Chornya Vidzaliza. The natives are unshakable. Viz Vinuvachu, Sevs. In the Tsomodomi, the core is the Tilki with Sribem utensils. The Countess was goving for the Yain. T.I. in order. Elena Bula in Shotzi. I wanted, I said, the Vicarista Kimchi Yak Zroya. Ale is not in direct sensi. My plan did not enter the Vibivtsu. Seely, just 0. Thinking about Savon, I got a lot of cries. The Countess instructed ye. The Countess was inhabited by the reserve. I handed it to the pounds. Inchi Pacific princes Switzid Vibivtsu. The natives were gavailing for not people. Vi did not be injured in my Von Bula Venedita at the Vidsha, Il Vidpovila. So, melted, one of the natives said with a capture. I thought, they were prepared for the no, call Strava. But the wish, Pusk for Vibivtsi. Chomu is much closer to Zbro, Nij to Strava. Rapt Klaus said. Surrendering Gokulka? Elena looked. Klaus was peered to Rudyort. A shock look at the shit. Elena was marveling at sea, I thought. Shcho? Rudyort is alerted by Kolyavin to the Nyogo Pidishov I Hotivse. Brother? Ale Klaus Yogo interrupted. Vidai. Vin looking at Vibivtsu I frightened. Was he injected in a man with such an indefatigable richu? Vibivtsia is contrary. Everything is wrong. Klaus spokes. And Yak Todi? Vibivtsia Risko Pidviv. Do you want to see the Golkoi in your hands? Klaus was in abusing herself, I frightened. The axis so? T wo so hot via a vice for the post of the goal? Visi Huiluyuye shouted at the prince. Your svit list! Vin knitting the goal of the hand, I knocked the Vidikati shelter. Klaus showing his hand. Similarly, Tzvachina Gokka, you cannot howlwo at me. All in order to me. Rudyort has been hinging. Ale Vibivtsia Zupiniv Yogo. So you will tell you Virno. Per vice Prince Vizemudri. Klaus Vikadaichi, saying, Ale to encroach on the prince of the prince to be invisible with such a go. Shit. Get Yogo. Vibivtsia is justified. Cook, I did not get tired of such a robot, Klaus said. I will be about the Zim at Palace. Elena Bula is accepted. Shcho, in the Neosho, Yayakas' invisible health. Dopomaga Yoma grunted with a bran. Vins Neshkoja Trefoting Chi. Can I do them? Through skilky attacks in the Nyoya Zamia Jabnist. Imported to the head hero of the Tsoyo Roman. Rapt Prince Klaus went towards the one. Vani Ziazova. Von Vidna Nyogo, I thought. Chomu Vin Shudi Fringe? Did I look wrong? Do not divine on me. Von Virish was a guide to look. Mani Zadoy, Chizapshti Zustimos with views? Garazd, I looked. The power of Kohanya is possible? Rapt Klaus wounded up, fed to the count. Vibakta, your obid is not Vishov. Through a fool. Count Huilyuyuk. Zov Simni, open my provinces. Klaus is pepper. Ni Tsemi Winnie. Do not feed yourself. Shcho, goodbye to the Tsoma Warto. Soon they write to you. Count saying, So, your Svitlist, Budomo Chikati. Rudyort said. Vyagodny kindled. Tilki was the principal of Jazly behind the door. Count Zmig Roslabet. I having to have a poster. Yelena Vanilina blisknula na підкладку думку. Yak is strongly gavailing to the weak-edged count. Klaus Ameni Rudyort. Tsidvoye princess. The judgments of Zivsogo. The storm. The stench in the Tsomo Svitidazhe is important. The problem is that I am not rosiness. Kudi is painfully than ethics. Chi to Prince Klaus, chi to Prince Rudyort. The plan of the Vonistia failed. Thinking around tomorrow. So it is the same to come up with Daje Shvidko. Can it at once skelets to Vlishtovati ball? I am not spent. I get in the one way alone. Ele Yak Shohaut, old man. Elena looked at her sister. Larafet, with a sum there, on those. The principle of the Dodam. Vaughn did not hot, the stroke of the stroke so much. Larita such a serioto was burned by eye, melted, poured strongly, and there was so little bull with a prince. Warto vibachit, Yelena pidaka before the wrong way. Larito. Vibak through my strava, It climbs Zivavodava. Sho, chomu tibashash. Yakbi is not tea, it became terrible. Bespaki uncle. Gorodyaki Toby Yogo Svitlist Rudiort is flooded with selim. It was Nick. Elena wilted to take a walk. Show think on one. Say Big Bernie, Shivs, I thought so. Nibi Izarana recognized about Plan Vorogiv Ipidgovi, so he didn't like the one, minted in my is. Having dried legendary Viters Kalaihechi, Vonley, Yogo thought. If miracles, Yakshchop Tashka is such a dump. Von slyly shook. Todi Viragidnesty is highly Verosta. Vidnosini will become strong. Raptu was skedald, pushed until the point of the same time. MRIA, about Shvitka Kohanya Trizov. The lubs of the Duma about the cup was embarrassed. I will not rush. Rapped with the Pidishov Prince Klaus. Hurry? Elena was angry with the yoga rapt. Laying! To Chogo Pitkrashash I lakash. Klaus out of the nasty skin. So? Having stolen, the prince shouted silently. Klaus saying, Primnanik. Fortsi, I am Zarius Ochi on se. Yelena хвилюйся була збентешена. Your svitlist Klaus? Це були вай? Vin said. Here Bilshniki, cream with you. Having shook Vin, gone. T was very tankwing. Did you think about me at the moment? Chi don't rule? The Spocky was not a spruce. And here it is. Zerzumovi, the moment in the not me in the non, named, clarified oat. Se pondovdi chudovo. Vilki tile tiauti and neo. Vin is exactly the head hero. I just have a lot of yoga. Yogo opchichi vidvolika. I do not want to get into the Dumax. Iani were sitting, and the company flowed to the company. Klaus is grunty. Ice? Rapta, who has come in himself, Von. Came, can, a chance. Stuvidsotkiv may shoes inabuth. Tresily, do not say, get in, fuck. Fortsi, I do not osolinate. Ajez tsi yedini chance. Thinking through everything. Elena zipped in spirit. I said, spokey Eno. Yak eyes, Vichena ice. Think about your svit list? I was superfluous about the non-valid Pretsivnikivs. Klaus is stolen. Shistrokes seem to you? Vani said. Nichago special. Shvidko's Regalov. On the Yogo Mistsi, I took it to Takusobi. Klaus said. Toby no pevno, bulo niyakovo. It fell. She threw the scholars on people. Yelena, he was caught on the Mississippi. Klaus is giving up saying. Toby was just lucky. Ludina and Yaktai wagged with Pedozroloy. The axis of I is all. Do not seem to be the Bulashvita reactia. Obviously, they just fell. Vinzi submishoy marched at Eileen. Von Nichogo could not say, the depth thought. I, for the time, is the same. Z, I became in the same way. Have you become a worship? I'm lying? Said the deposit yakshchimi to Peidstvo? What is the mate of the Durunius romance of Namika? Pedigrati? Von said. Melted, the servants thought about the Elon. Viwu more, Vin whitish. In the Noi Bulas Vikain Golka. Von swaying. Alish Tos, saying, Shogo Kulka is okay, Vin said. I have proved my application, Chini. Toby Bulo did not steal about it. Von, roding. Do you have a lot of health I will cut off? Vin. Hello? Shjo? Von is curled. Yak in Romani. Yaki. I read Vicora. Vin ostanum an hour of popular. Almost burned. Said the worship of the bad non-resistant. One thought. Can I have a considerable isle? Psalm novel pasuvatima. Garazd. Thoughtlessly Robiti Jacques Visnovka. All one I will not sniff it with him. Vin Zadivano, looking. Elena Spokely said. Yak Bolo is not bouncing. Your svit list without becoming B's Vinuvachivati listin without proved. Vun. I will punish rapt. Von Vidpavil. Todivai is invisible to the people. Vin Zamyan. Hibatakoi tell the prince? Rosamia, Chomuduk Brudel, Tobi Vidmoviv. Von rose, I thought. Idali Budesh Kridishizatimi. Vao is shaking, Vidluti said. I am Nyakovo via the Vipado. Can I fill you up? Vin said. Garazd. Von plunged Yom by saying, Uncle, your svit list. Turning around, Wan Shvidko Yisla Vidnyogo. Von Bula is Rosa Karoli. Її аж трусило, коли вона думала про нього. The character of Nogo is so. Take to mourn the Nestilki straight? Von shouted to the Dumax. I was about Ido Oskachi. Vidteper will be divided by Krasenchiki with Far. Now I will definitely be pumped by the Zitium, so I said, Ale! On the day, Perez in the Izimprika Palace, the Countess explained. Opres through the Cordoni Mies with magic vezi is very rositsip. All over the table at the table. The Count is gone. Tom was Verishchi, Shivine Budu, live in the Empirico Palace in the center Imperi. White biting the hair, advocated the best. Say Malay to walk the tilki behind me, so I can get to the Preki High at once. Countess will you yui. Todi Hedobodi Vidpovedadi for county. Count of Frighting. Can I take a mother on yourself? Countess Vidpovil. Nico is not as robish. I will go about the Neue hour. Count Bov of Kalches, Yidobra. Having been driving Vin, turning out to Donok, I frightened. And vi show Virishi? Do you want you to see in the Izimprik Palace? Lariat Rizko pinded. I am hot once, Zizdidi. Tokoj Zamaidish? Elena came up with, I thought. Snow Klaus? Evid Povila. Yes, I do not want Yihati. Larite Zivavoda. Referee? You are not similar to you, not knowing. In the capital, represent the new Vasinya Koleki Sukon. The court designer Vidpovidavav for not guesses, so show there. Elena thought. Disno Yak noblewoman, Vid, can be used to poison in the Empirica Palace. Nimi extra by a speech. The Countess said. Toady, I will take care of the county alone. The Count is radically pive. I will turn soon. Be patient the trial. The Countess gave the shomatok to say to the Count. Zarly good for you. Yakshcho will turn to wound I will punish you. The Count said now. This does not become. Shokovani sisters of Virishi Pieti at once. Elena said. Pida Zbiti Archie. A couple of Godine passed. The servants of Peroding the carriage for the canvas in the capital. They brought Tudi Rizni Rechi Mardarev. Elena to the Tsikavistya march. I was drunky hati. Al is very hivlud. Rapt I am susk with a noise. Elena Wetchum. Zberry. I am not able to poke out the tap in that very paste. Rapta Pidishov Hartos Ib. Shcho? Yelena Pidam her head. Shokov, Shokovan. Rudiort shovetedly frightened. Vilki Shcho said a paste? Vin gazed at the wrong ones. Von Bula was very shocking. I did not know the yak of Sead. South. And what did I say to Chom? Rapt Rudiort ordered. Provida, chi considerable pastors on the road to the Izparistske Palace. The servant said. Rumor. Elena panked. Yak became so? Your Svitlist could not Vudlikati faces? I'm not mute on Sobzi. Rudiort is not Recaichi, a clash of the same. Shcho? Von thought for Nigo. Lord, Yaka Yaskrava is a little. The beauties are Treba here. I am Nibi, enchanted by them. Nini, all the Yoma is indifferent to Tim. Yak people to feel the robot, Von said. I just introduced the Tse. The faces said. Me Neshchol Kili, all the pastes of the sitting in ambush. The prince shouted to the said, saying, Vi thought wisely. Elena Buladuza is shook. Shcho? Yes, I didn't rob. Rudiort is gone. Inili, I flooded with the globo enemy, the Yakvinu Vibivtsu. Can it through your respect? I won the Shnav, the Mebutnia Pogrozi Nashom Zita. I am closing your wise. Elena Nichogo could not say Yoma. Ajay Tse Bulamarno. Von in the depths of the drill in his thoughts. Vona looked at Lise, I thought, thinking, can you mourn? Is the rapto normal? The plot is a marriage. Rudiort said now. Rosamia, what brother, saying to the servant to your slope. One is shocking. Klaus, Chomuvin, saying about me. See him exactly the same Prince Yaki calling recently, having recently formed me a mile. Delka Hodin passed. Karadi got in of and vidrate in the nobleman to the center of is. Todai Bula Chudova weather. Yeyev Vicham did not Rosukoma. Chomuvin, telling Rudiortu to be heard before my slope. Chomuvin saying that? I am Vishchunka? Don't want. The same character until Kinsey is tormented. There is no one to the people of the people. Lairite ate respect for Divna, the behavior of the Elens. Ivirichil was to be stolen. Sister, Tiak feels yourself? All in order? Proceeded? Vigodish, Elena thought. My sister, will you for me? Tilki Ti and Meneye? Vaughn was verged. Nico this? It's just summary of Yihati to the house. Lairite with a nonsense. Is it smart? Elena thought with a jam. Vybash Larito. Alesho, Yakshcho, Mizvichka Kazati. In the ears of the rumor of rumors. Isama Golovna, not impudent. Pushi of Zigrati Taku. Import role. Many ate is not just Gratia noblewoman. Larita Huilyu Yuyu was fed. Sister, in you is a lot of nursing huts? Yea, Trishka, he was tanking a panton. Turning around Vaughn. About Shuti? Larite was nervous. Nichigo, just in you bulul tak opchich. I frightened for any vipad. Burned. About Shodivna, am I able to think? In the thoughts. I can't pull the soda. Golovny heroi romantic fantasy. Vibakte. I did not know they've come to the ground in any situation. If the Empirica Palace, Trefoil, Trinvati, in front of Zerkal, Shab at the Trekish moment, shy away. Kilka Hoden passed. Kareti conjured to the Izperistoye Palace. The servant is the same. Laskovo, Count Sives. Elena Bula greatly made up Kolya, the great Imprarian Palace, I thought. Absolute monarchy is non-interior. Besnichni marmurni koridori. Yaki niby blisted vid sonyachni proteniv. Elena closed everything. If the stench came to the middle of the wan. Sonia Svitlo, yake in the paradise according to thought architecturiv. If the stunches were pid, the certes of the Eni was scorching shit, and Rumyanets was zama viviv. Me came. The servant explaining. Here we will be Zidi Count Sevi's iladi. The skin has its own kimnat, and such a kabiz will be Kobov. Elena Bula at the capture. In the wardrobe harassed ode. Lariat frightened. Tai Sho Ditin? Vigilyazshi. Rapta Elena drove up. Can you translate? Lariat, delighted with the like proposal. Garazd! Elena thought. Larita is the boti over the Minoi I rude. Alavona Ildebaliva, young sister. Zagaduichi is a moment. Vona Zijdi seem to many not brudniti plati. But I don't put a cup so vocal, I don't whore. I want it, I'll have a post. Person to criticize. I don't have the time to the time. Vaughn still get about me. Larita di Vovovozo zdibna in the palace etiquetti. I showed herself to the sides of the Viklodak etiqueta. Vikldek was frightened. Yakshcho yogo svitlist vostyashtov. Yaki outfit treasalvoroti. Lariet vidpovila. Wet your new cloth. Vikldek was frightened. In Skilki, the yogo is Nered. Lariat vidpovila. In the bildnades of Godin, the wound. Viklodak bula is accepted. Idle we definitely did not bell in the Izimperiskan Palak. Lariat vidpovila. Ni. Viklodachka patted her reciprocati. Ice is. About the Kotrai-year-old is the Obid. Elena vidpovila. Once? Trinchi took an hour. Elena read the book read. For the pre-world Lariti, I reached the mage to the middle of the Revn. Von Vujayu looked at the wrong. Von did not criticize Minnie for those. They couldn't VSCB. But dope to Kinsey. Elena said. Diaku, Shisidish Zimi is additional. Hogue, even to sleep? Larifet shouted off. I want a pre-Mogti. Thus in Persh so old. Such a wound is not a boom. Elena Wetcham thought. Yaka oplutanen in the head, Enol. If I felt the words of the reference, I did not get appropriately. On the day of the day. So it means that I want to live like that? Yaki smissel in jitty popadanks. Do I not want to have a sink yakshcho? Ale wijavel. Men is enough with peace. Yelena працювала понад час для потад десертів. Just a hire. Rapt Larit was frightened. Що? Yelena Zilya was. Larito? In the right? Tsi at the time, Kalivesh. Lariat spokiino vidpovila. Planned snakes. Pitadici was fed to sister. I have a harakni there. What is so sown? Elena was fasting. Yes! Having taken the saw, she wanted to want. Do you have a bula of such a Nikolai? Lariat was blocked. Yako? Elena vidpovila. Nibet sisvit is svistia, becoming so mellowing. Larite kverferal, having felt. Elena has gone. It is possible. Everything is in the one in the Empirico Palace. Chomas to build up. I want to look at everything. One thought. Now the original novel is not a lot. I am in the other, a ceremonial coffery. Yes, il pennies in a spagato. Call the Golovny heroic vicaristovi to the spagati, with minus ziti, bush basab. Varto ties up? Lariat Zandavano was frightened. What a seal lapped. Having shook. It's just that I was superfluous to 8, The power is great for me, Vaughn thought, glancing at the spy. Before sich pir bulo so bagado vasogo, I could not rob through the bidnist. Ale is not here. In the zioma jitті трізнити, Larita zivitchem. Yaka power? Yelena zaovali ye питання. Elena turned around to the sisters. I was injected. They almost crying cowardly. Zijamai pleti. Yelena buvляю був страхований. Тічого? Lariat різко pinded. I got wrapped, pushed decho zrobiti. I will, having said to Larite Shvidko, I came in, ipila. Yelena, the prolonged to say. Garazd yidi. Toby is so garno, I did not dig approve, yak Larite gudo the door. Yelena gniv? Vaughn thought was embarrassed. I said the wrong ones? Ye reacts on the tsas dajadivna. Proceeded? Elena turned her head with her head. Shcho vikanuti suja duma zigolovi. Ni. Think about good things, not to nourish yourself. Vaughn was gone to the dessert, he thought. I will not be listy in the house. If I moved, I am so wrong. At the moment, it is very much just not to rob. So I thought. Buva Larito. Ye Rulhov Provadachi Klaus. Prince Klaus Prishoff is not in full swing to me. Z, my navigation of my bell, was very visited. Vaughn knocked down Shvidko Odvati men. I won the Bulas Budena. Nastilka men bulo leko. Have you become snob take? Transferring the simplest one wijel provatati the prince. My father, my sister is in the same way. I will convey your words. Klaus shook, saying, Ole is the time. I'm Prishoff before you. Vin spokino sidiv, drinks green tea. Elena are not guessed not to be wanted. Many Klaus vid poviv, so worse. I am a hot v booty odinetsi, Elena thought. Snow almost came across. Bodhi is not able to so beautiful. Trinkies, having stared, was on the sofa. Wrapped Klaus frightened. Tika threw the divil to the sake of Elisevs. Elena Bulashokov, Tisays. Vaughn. Do you want to tell me I am evil, Yak Deville? Vin. Do me a Prishoff jokes? Vaughn said. I'm not Rosema. Vin shook, saying, Garazd. Vaughn. She looked at the no-go. Exactly everything, Chish Chaos Divna. Vaughn knit respectfully to Noyo. Vin sink. The Nyogo pot on the pierced look at the good. Vaughn was in a closure of Yogo cherry and wormworms, I thought. Ale is good. Natured Vin, not a flood. Treacle booty with amulet, Vin said. Toady, I will feed on the inchum. Chomu in the first sister of you, your sister, Larita Sevs. Vaughn Bula is strongly shook Yogo words. Cold pit was visible to the Obeshi. One thought. Larita, chom. Tsia of good ditin pidozruhu? Alichomu? Well, I did not take my duga marvelous, shoviklikati pidozri. Yelena should to toes, not trasted spitchet. Call all the same speech, I am ankamal, and not just like that. Vaughn, I said. I can, Larita Virichil Pidorti, my reputation through the resident. Klaus is Divanov. Show? Vaughn was gone. Ale is a considerable sensation, Vaughn Nagirsha in men. Klaus hot vi Zupini, Ale did not need it. Vaughn. I can on men, was formed by Cho, Hova, vid me. One thought. And the bucket is happy. Do not give Yoma words to say. Rapt Vaughn knocked on the table with a papier with a hand. Klaus Tilka thinking, the moment of the moving movish. Having taken Arkush Vano, he shouted clarifiedly. I don't know Nichogo, so tell me many Chogo, one thought. Funny. In the novels of Zamtsikava, the hassle of giving way to the hasty, the bulo in the past. I got a trumpet, all fun. Vani sought the saying. Chi can, Larita incorrectly Maxim. I am Ostonym for an hour of the inity mumble in the void. Rapt one thought about it. Switch, Heba through the take dibnitsi. Can you have a vinti of problems? Not dried, ale plot bidni. The Yanena was scorched by Yogo recessed, I recorded. In the palace, to go to the rumors about the diavol? Vin said. A lot of such. Vaughn is protruding, not alien. There is no time, hoto wide sply. Meaning pedazru through my behavior. Can it, Larita Spachaka, not about Menekama? Ludina, Yaka was gone for you. I will be ahead of the middle of us. Vin, having scored. Caught, show another prince of Imperia. Stuck to Hibna's Vinuvachenya? Vaughn's Nyakov. Todi vodkaidam tse. Von was closed at yogo opchik. Vin, who was injected. The one Vin's Nyakovala grunted at the Nyoye. Having stolen heads. Shu thought about my convocation, if it is so close. One thought. Ni is that ni? Von Yahinyo. Mitilki talked about the mi Zayazov with a djevol. Vin. Am I beautiful? Von vidpovil. Well, so. Beautiful. Vin Rizko Pidvava. Thinking, he thought, in the same place, the vid joyful. Va in the same way. Vin vidpovav. Ni. I having to have a closer to the wrong way. Shab to lead vidvert to Rozmova Elenau Zilyu was. Vin prishav I esiv in order to sofa. Von vid and yogo. Vin said. I think it's a little closer to you. Vin looking at the wrong way, saying, You have bagado marvelous storin. You can go to the rose, al wrapped smish. I will give it a number of can, you don't bristle it. Von thought about. Seven about I beautiful? I was blocked in the same by. Nij in his zahist. Having felt for the member, she could not have a one. Klaus is crawling. Call people to try to praise me. They do not like the stars with the diavel. And true is clear. The sister was so grunted. Ella now looked at the prince. Yak Vin Zmig died to such a vision. Daji precisely dumping the detail. Vin Dajier guessed, since he is a snake to take off the driving. Vin respectfully marveled at the knot. Vin looking at the sheet. Liudina romanted in the stars with a diavel, die, to suffer. Not afraid? Von vidpovel. Silos of the perspective. Nikoli did not bachi diavel, Vin. Tobit Tsikavish, what has it become? Vin said. It was not that she was not in the way to prove her inconspicuousness, one thought. From a shuddered. Vin lead myself so, I didn't hot to show myself to be painted. Garazed. I will. Von. I am a Rosema, my wisdom of your wisdom, everything was Zrosum. Vinvigo Visha. Do not seem to be, in the pusk not virish, one thought. I bagado of such characters. The strokes, pretending to be friendly. Ale yak tilki dash slaben. Azra takachi. I will be smiled. The viper of the sip is a non-reckless type of character. Eek is more painful, Vin said. To the speech, your sister has reported to you. I have been aiming for a sheet at Rudiort Iprishov Deputy Nyoi. Juan thought. Chomu in men nema disim shliakiv to vidstupa. According to the Ogi, the Ozovchi is visible. The head of the head hero is visible. Yak mini vidnyu vidimnut. Soring yedini oseb. Elena wrapped her hands, the blessings of Yogo. Your svit list! I was shaking to take it from the etiquette, and recently I did not survive Kohanya to the forecaster. Vin said. Charisse Rosbit, Von Pediferdil? So, Yaksho Kia Norosumna Lady showed to your Svitlosti. No Vi would have produced me. I will be the benefits of Yogo. Wrapped Klaus is inhabited. Do not go on so far. Vani thought, show Vin. Did you take it? Yak rapped Vin, saying. After I thought, I did not adapt to the centuries of Svit. The Bula is very shocking. Raptu was a Hogli Zbernik Kleis. Pershers signing. Yak do not freeze the hands of the head. Treasely Tlaw. Patanya is friend. Cho Yaksho the head hero through a soar of Periuli is parish. Treasurely by the statue of the Rosimi Yogo. Patanya is third. Yakboti, Yakshchovin. I moved to the alien Tilo. Shchomini Robiti, Yak to see the situation. Can it, Tsedvin, resettlement in the alien? South melting, I also knocked out the similar plot of the fantasy to the novel. Von Zai was frightened by fear. Yak vis Razumi. If you were rumored, one thought. Ale, I have read Yogo for so long. Klaus, having spent their hazelnose, Elena was angry. If you finally have been leaning, Ajumil did not rose. Trinky stolen. Choma Vayu wrapped spilled? Klaus shout. I just say that. You say your reaction. Yelena Alniak could not Zerzumi before the Vin Veda. Vonadovgo thought about Yogo words. Vin shouted out. Vin, having pulled the reacts. In the Nog, Bulaya Skravo, Nizhna, Somishka, directed towards the one. Elena, wrap yourself visitizes. I just pidigi grunted with your fars. My artistic grade is my artistic? Takoju Von thought herself. Mene kinets. I will not become a marvelous for the Nyoye, but a pedozrilo. Treasurely insist on your own. Vin to lower many see to the hands. Having said all one thing, throwing, not thinking. My words are the same as simple, Klaus said. I think that you don't have a worship. Elena Vidyogo sleeve suppressed the cham, Ale sinking to sink. I said, Niakovo sedem sedem? I was trying to pidstrotita pi-id your jarta yak could. Vin vit poviv. Ni, toditi bula by garlic. Enelins who panicked. I am not Rosma, talk about show. Vin interrupted ye. Male to be, yaksho tujni svit. Chijawesh friend Didi, Chivi Petkovo, turned in Paul. For me, the Siri is not important, so do not go so. Yelena, я подивився на погляд. Yak I am not nervous if my dislike of Roskrit? I-C-R-I-M is all, named. Migrant, reincarnia I regresi. Stars Klaus know about everything? Vin said. Male, I am Prishov for no important reason. Men's unnecessary, bulotsikavo, your sister conceived. Ale gorodaki tsomom, izmiz, fil bagatotsikavik, I riznomanichich gipotaz. Now your position is not to say? Elena turned on the NYO. Nogo Jalivius is in character, rapped Klaus Pidvaya saying. Show, Todi, I will fill you up. Inlana looked at the Nyoy Shvidko. Show, also Yaidi? Vin Vidpoviv. Having said everything, I hotev. I felt everything. I got a hunker. Show is important to make it up. I'm not comfortable for me. Having shook Vin, who was inhabited. Shoa, Sagodny Bulo fun. Elena Movchka looked at the Inyo, a shameful hand on her chest. Vani was marked by no-go, I thought. Show, Vin is so easy for Petey. Nico without clarifying many. Yak Vin can. If Vin Visha Von thought. Having entered the toady, tilky nerves of the many. Rapt Vaughn was breaking. On the table lying Arkush on Jocko Klaus, writing. Vin, writing, all without taking with him. Say impliva for me? Yai became a Doga Tsakavo, I won Vinishahi. Has there is a take written there? Having read, Juan Bola is shook. It is written on Arkushi Bulo. Male, you have a Jalivium handwriting. Elena roded. Until the Kinsey to the delay. Trochi passed. Nice came. On the unpaid, the great is the Kilki Zarok. The Yaki was sitting on the Isampirik Palace. Tim for an hour, in his own Kimnati. The old plan of the DII planedly wrote. Do not miss the harmonica in the nomam. Klaus of the villain, I do not die. Pershe. Standard oskib, tsezbuvati, pidibrati yogo inditini. Itla yogo, Allah is a problem. Vaughn was rapped by Yak Vin Vigliata. Yogo is beautiful to try in Sorochsi, Yogo Ochi. Yogo is beautiful. Thinking about C, the blackened, I squeezed out Shvidko to be delayed by Tse warrant in the list. Other warrant, Hall Tilesny, I spiritual Rani, giving Yoma his Kohanya, becoming the Pidi Trimko in the Tsomosviti. The moment of Kolyavin was injected to herself for herself, the moment of Golkoi. I'm guessing Noiboti is not possible in principle. Trurti wart, make the Yogo tore your head vid Kohanya to me. Tse warrant for men do not get. Von thought. Can another wars? Yakschovin will be storage, so I will. Star, Yakscho so become. Not in the snake bilsh, thinking Vakov hut the feather. I don't know. I am mutual guilty of the torment. I am spady. Elena took the hob for the overturned of the road I pili in the bedroom. Tomorrow I will just read the books. Kilka Deniv passed. Yalen's lying on a lakey read the book. Viewed. Shagodni Izria Izrosku Simi. In the Pershek Reek, the hero Keladin Erndekef, the king of demon, Iogdnov, the whole mainland, is sleeping. The hero calling Yogo Uaspen. Simi Yaki Dopromagali Buli appointed by the nobles. House of Sisen, radicals of the Izemperor. Buli Vidani Central Earth. Brudel on Pinenchi, Kaslion on Pivdni. Domarti on Skodi I Enilson on Zakodi. Kojeza, becoming as head of his region. Rejecting the title of the Duke. STHO to the King of Demoliv. Vin Buv of the Emperor. Pizlal Tsu, one bisti tisiachi rokiv nikint destivi neo io nioto nikot. Rapt Laret was frightened. Shorobish? Elena was angry. Praise! T-Kolya came. I would give a sign. Larite by walking on Lishko. Yes, I knocked down a long time. Shiti so respectfully read. Von Hotila take a book. Look at the shop. Ale Elena greatly panked through the city. Von Schvidko took the hand of the sisters. The school of Zupinity Yi. Von was deprived of the order of order. Elena squeezed a hand. Lorite was very compliant with the ei behavionsi. Tichogo, I have a lot to look at the book. Elena chopped her head in thought. Skob, this is what is said. Schab vidvalikti vidbooks. Von is not like. Rapt Von was frightened. Tik not yagodny on the table. Up of the Yogo Svitlistia Prince Rudiort? Lorite Ziva Voda. Von's Nyakov, about the cup. Chomu rapped Ogi having shook. Trug, the day is trendy with him. Lariat Penichichi, not Treb. Before that, an hour is chilled. I arrived, Tom thought Toby mummy, burned, referee. One thought. Ozda Larita reported on me. Buddha Pirilo Yaksho to have a book. Von Vasum, Robot Origami. Yelena Tisno Zibrana Zelbki dla Origami. I am not over to the novels, to the nasals and pomstoi. I do not want to destroy, seeming warmly. At Wolitsi, a evening. The sky was the same as a snake collier on the Tamil. Elena Tim stored her origami for an hour. Elena was sitting in Chrisley. Iverisha pulled, wrapped the back of the back. Von with Bolam said, My back. Vona looked at the commandment of the jar of origami, I said. I all have a grinding one. Ale is all one bagato scaly. Von Pidparavo, with his hand, Vashko visited. Savici was conquered by Larita, she reported to the minister. And Yaksho, you will be hated to hate me? Rapt Vana Zagadaled. Larita Kazela. Sister, in the capital in the night is cold. The moment of Elena put it on her puppies. Nee! Our Larity is not young. In the head of Tilkidurmnitsi Lizut. Von Pedejahov to the door. Since take Dilo, Warto go to the trend? I may Pobachita Shirasyava sorcerer. If the door was wound, behind them, the Yogo Sveitlist is Prince Klaus. Elna Bula is shocking Yogo by the appearance. Having stolen in the door of Klaus, he froze and frightened. Tikravita viditi for a walk? I am a mav. Vid too, give you ale. Similarly, having lost for an hour. Vibacht. Yen nerbochi vid povila? Nichoho. Everything is good. Chomu vai is here? Vayan spokino vid poviv. This is just that. I just get tired of your gushkati or kimnat. Elena Bula shoved by Vid Yogosliv. Klaus Shvitko Proshov sorted out. I had to get the same to get off. Servenging. Yelena nemaya chasu na zreahovate. Vayin is respectful to be raised by Kimnatu, I thought. Show to take such a man to prove. Rapt Vin, looking at ye still. On the Namoma stood all the banks of Jagami. Yaku Elena commanded so vastly. Vin said, TSD to us. Side by the all, Tsich Paparovic ta, in Kabayet. Mich in detail, at the same time, do not let go. Faces were in Kimnat. Yelena was stalked up by Pedashian to Klaus. Your Svitlist, Chomuvitis Robaite. Yakshchoi guilty of Chomus, tell me about say. Klaus, saying. I'm a drawing up. Tim by the hour of the face, respectfully took the all Papurovi Pathas. Trinchi took an hour. Faces Vichashis Kamnati. Klaus frightened. T.A. Karis not such diavol? Elena is rosy. Ni, Vin said. Yakshogarno, I think that they do not. Ale the younger brother pedozriu to you, Von said. Ale Vin is not here, Vin said. Ostanimanauer Vin daji chutnia to Visogo, show pohpan with diavol. I do not want to be rude to Vistaviti. Von is unheeded. Yaktsli, it is good for the cranes. I just hoteled the Bazania with them. Rudiort to argue, Tilki Yakshcho himself to be at all to be a resurrect. Say, give us an hour, Elena said. Give an hour? Klaus said. Duh, it is guilty of Zerzumi, what you have for Pedozriu. She is wrong, Elena thought out. Vine rolled. Testerly reckon. Todi, I can ask you the same signature? Klaus shook eel, saying, I can write down Skilky. Burned. Chomu Vishit many, I want me to be pitching. Klaus Piuchi T thinks about. Fien looking at the wrong, I said. I don't know how to say it, so Nastevno Vichati can do it. Elena Zniakovi, I thought. Test is ineffaciness. If they say such a form, many want Toby Virity. Burned. Garazd Aliak, can you climb me all? Can I want half? Vian. Could you say so? Elena said. Ni ale I yich de Tsilki wandered. Just Hotila to steal my Simi sherry in the dachi. Hylena crying. I am Rosema. I don't have a chobi, ale, a number of wanders, Klaus said. Toady. Budoma warehouse at once. Vidalima for the TSO. I at once folded yike soup. Elena looked at the enyo. A day. Elena, with Larito Virishchi, Vlastuvati tea on the dvorgi, were inwards of the roses. Larita was faded. Sister, I am all the same as Rosema. Show dusty shasliva. Elena Sedil blackened. Laurite has gone. Ela skilki mini, shchatoterno, chekatati, show to feel the miracle of is. Yakviz, did origami take the prince? Elena said. If I was Vakora in the evening, I turned to the sneakers. All my paparovi cranials is without free. Tom Mini Buladusty is smart vid soyo. I passed by Prince Klaus, looking at the crown of Meni Shabsa, sloving the sabotage at once. Vin Vidaliv, of the in every of the Sustrich, Shost warehouse at once by me. Thinking about C, I reinforced Podil Kohanya in my heart. Elena Bulas Divanu is a behavior. Sister. Was a warehouse of Zhuravlev Kozha Kozhzol's day of the Pisla Obda? Elena Vidpovila. So, all the same is the one, I am alone. Elena looked at her sister. I am hotly honestly say, they were confused. Yak proved a honor to a dieval. Alatodi men will be killed, she conducted not to Prince Rudiortu. Vonley won origami. Lariat of the bitter pit of the sister was frightened. Chomu T. Sagodni in the Kamara Slitash? Elena looked at the wrong. E. Virici. Larite Wheel Uu was frightened. T. W. Halt? Elena thought. Alaman all one is painful, Yaksho one. Yelena, having shook Vidpovila. Everything is good. Tell me, what is the same Yogo is Rudiort Dopomaga Toby with the Trenuvans? Larite Ziniakov. Do not get off. Having stolen it. Tyostanim for an hour Yakastivna. Do you like me? Hugling. T. One shawl. The same my love is suitable. Larita was faded. Duma, I am hotly Ted. Tai Kazala. Let me see the Duke of Brudel. I am so badly shocked. I will conquer Pivnich the Bay. Elena Zidvidsham said. Let's forget the passing of the ebony with the ebony. Ayakvis Vresny with Rudiort? Larite said. Minyash theme. Alavid Povila, me in the time of the hour of Spikal Kuikoya, with Yogo Svitlistia through Listavana. Yelenau Zilyu was. Referee? Hibataye is not the time in the Palak? Lariat Movchka was caught on the Mistsi Vidya sleeve. I Vidpavila. I'm talking about Thai once, if you have been in our swings. Mitrishki talked. Elena said. If I were giving? T. Vzrapishalith Pisheti Pisla Obida? See before Stilki hour is able to be so mattress. Larita hit the table. Mani Trishki is stylish. Can you do the Pathanya? Rapta crashed Tisha. The unnecessarily bounced a little light vitter. Yelena Khviluyutsa. Vibak, I'm not hot so daveti. Larita is inappropriate. Ni tsmene vibach, I am risko vidregulaval. My historia is not a damage. Yogo Svitlist Rudiort, I Duke Vasna data Rizni. Yelenau Zilyu was. Chomu Duke? Yelena thinks Dirati Nikti. Can it be a good use to the Duke? I want to be burned right at the same time. Welcome is the references of Brudel, show. Have you led so-so? I will say Yaksho, show is definitely not blocked by him. Raptas Gaduichi VSI is the moment to Larito. The one Zavdialoval of the Duke of Brudel, the Joba Posovna. Yelena вирішила бути вкраденою. Larito, many for a long time цікаво. Чому гадуєш Duke? In men. A considerable soil before the Nyoye. I can. It was pleased with the denunciation. Did you write on me? Larite Bula Shakova. Elena thought. I don't want to bilsh. Larita Virishila pretended to be not known about the chog. Yaki Donis? About the intelligence, we say, not Rosema. Elena explained. Recently I came to the Yogo Svitlist Klaus, Yomuh Dos, saying about the Mi Zayazov with a diavol. Larito Chomats Brill. Did you report it on me? I Nibi threw me to please with a diavol. Larita was kidnapped at Still. Von Nervovo sorted out the hands of Nichoy without saying. I was frightened by the shit. Tse prosy povun to the Duke? Yenikov became Nyakovo Vidyim of Chanya. one thought. I pressed it. Rapt Larite spoke. Sister? Walking a trial? Elena is curtained for sister. Viter Jelika Kolichavye Svitladovgahast? Trochi passed. Sister Jeshi in Lis. Elena rumored to be sister. Shovivyuhatiyi Rosyasnya. Elena thought. Complete Mijima in the yaks of the deaf of the mix. Von Virishil was to be stolen. Larita, sans is not a bake. Rapt Larita was fed. Sister. De Obsyanova broch? Tal Trimalyi in komodi in the Pershi Midrobni. Elena Vidpovala. I wed di Toby Persha is a dressing room, so they are swing more than a nobility. Larite said. I do not want to know. Elena said. Don't know. Yaksho von ruined. We can buy it. Lariat shame. Tsumboti, I am isminously one. You can't do not know the nobility. Can I laugh? Elna rapped herself. On the prostitution of the cold pit. Larita has gone. Yaksho will tell Oses Devon. Rapt Elena did not blame the worship. Larito. Z, we said Viraz. Vani said. Yaksho want to say. Then say straight. I don't snake the topic of Rosmovi. Tia's Taish about Cayman, not me. Larita turned to the sister. Von Lady cut down Hiliosi in his own eyes. Zazuya Larita said, Tai mash razzia. Alatis Dostoyusko, say from this Ozrako. Elena was marked by not, I thought. Switching a breeze is important. What is so-so leaded? In the count of the Budinka Dorogotsavosti on the skin of Krotzi. Rapt Larita came across. I don't know, Chidalorish Timeni. I'll everything. I will tell you a pure truth to the same. I have lived a Jita even one time. Elena respectfully marveled for his sister. Yak was in the case of saying a chip. Larita has gone. And Potim I turned in Paul. The Bula Bula is shocking you words. I respect it is not here. Larita frightened. Sound Yak Beacon, right? As if I had come to the Mabit Noye, I know, their dolly. Ale! Rapt Yelena interrupted Yi, who said, So tse Roman zi oblanyam in Pau? Larita sensed a tank. I was fed up. Show Tilka, she said. Elena Bola in the jacket. Vaughn did not spark. Yak said the words in the ear. One thought. Similarly, did I reborn into the elder's sister of Regresorsi? Vaughn led the deploys of Roman Z with her sister. Historia de my young sister, Regresorsi pedozruju. I oronoronona, shuka, my elder sisters. Meaning, for the new brooches, I became a strong villain. I hotels initiati all sfeet, hiding for the sake of a diavel. Elena said to me, and Nalan through the plow praised a luge to the regressu? Tortom hotila, I am too old? Now everything converges. I was reborn by the villain into Romani, de Golovna, heroine Larita. I don't know the romance, Larita said. Virno, Yaksho is accurate to say. In the past, Jiditiu did not worse the deputy for the Pivnik Duke. Tai Buladuja is embarrassed by the Duke's Vidmovo. I fell at Vichai. Having hung up with a diavel, she knocked out the whole of Svit. The brooch Bula with a navigation Mija by the diavol. To the same time I pretended, made it to the sake of you. I thought to know the brooch. Alavani, tika. I touched myself marvelous. I pedazri on you fell by Sammy by sobs. Shab's minity was fed the theme of Yelena. Todi shomij with you with Rudiort. In you, the same Bulo? Larita said. In the past lives? Yogo Svitlist Rudiort, having entered my jiti, having sacrificed by he, yelling me with a deadly attack. Yakbi at Menbulo wanted a trig more strength. Yogo Svitlosti did not get to the victims of his own lives. I did not seem to Yoma about the pension of Ziti. I don't know chi to move, Elena said. An hour Vinsgada? Vaughn thought, in Bilshostia's story, to the turn in the Pudoye Take Sustrak. To them, they meltedly go to the blessings. Vaughnzi Halosis looked at the sky in the eyes. Duma? Bulobi Pondovdi Chudovo, Yakbi Vinsmig Zgadatimen. Elena was marked by my sister, I thought. I am also mastered by calling. I thought that they are Ziati. Yaksho is a little heroine. Ale on the divani, Tilki is noting to the wrong way. Aja, my reference to Simya, survived the tragedy, through men in the past. Larita said. I rose, Toby. I men became lung. Uncle, show Vaimahala. I will tell you a Yaksho, I got a stupid. Can you think all the time I reread the romance? Elena knocked out of the hand. About Shoti, Laredo? I am Visomu, Shoti Otis said, Minnie, having gone. Lariat frightened. Referee? Ale Chomu, did I seem to Taku as a lighthouse? Having gathered, the smiled Elena said, On the certificate, I was reborn at the Tsomo Sviti. I am not a reference of Elena. Larite Ziva Voda. Shcho? Elena said. I am not Yelena, but Inshaluan. Yak duckled in Yatilo. Tom, I am Toby, one thought. Yak Chauvin turned at an hour. Then I have to move in a rebirth? Ale Larite Bula was literal. Tai not virish many? I still Yakti can be obvious to the Cossack. Tiki Nastilki did not drive? Elena Bula Shakov? Failure! I have grunted Gercha. Luggage around the Viproiti. I just joked. The atmosphere is atmosphere. Mene call a considerable tact, right? Shabti did not say, I am a reference to Viria all your words. Larite Zadavano turned around. Rosma of the TV, I your thoughts. I will actively take the fate in the Rosli. Divani. Shab Toby Bulo Spokino. Lariat Zai huddled. Referee? In the Zayam Jidi Tim on my slap? I do not Budish Hadit Seshchidi Svit? The spocation was Zalen, Alarapta on the ostrich. The hall was the warmth of the head. Star I Niak and Insham. Larita Pili in Owimi to the sister, Elena thought. I wanted it in Romani, now the real. My sister survived Yaku. On the day of the day. Bell was written down. Male! In the Yaki Vidno scenes. The Yogo Svitlistia Klaus. Yelena Spokino Deserti, for the readers of the book. I thought about the words. I am in Vidnoans. Zimti, caught. Trochi passed. Elena came to the sister. Larita was transferred to the Odiag for trend. Sister, Shagodnitai directly Shiash. Elena Zniakovila Sidil on sofa. Nastilka is poured? Bell said a curious natural. Lariat Vitpovila. Dache, do you have a plan? Elena Vitpovila. Mene potim zustich, with Yogo Svitlistia Klaus. Tom Bell closed. Yogo Svitlist Klaus yelling you? I without super? The Axis, I knew so much. Elena is Divanov. Shcho? Bell said. Vaka is innocent. Shcho Robot? Already for a long time in the palace, a bit of it. Conscious to the prince. Bell prepared cosmetics. Ostanim for an hour. The theme of the world of the natives of the Jerbi spear is popular for your worship. I put it on those in the Nioi. I have a considerable yak show. I will look like that. I got 0. Vaughn caught fire with an excitement. Elena Zidvidcham said. Toby Trekno, once Pebble Bell at Dili. Larita is surviving. Diaku, I am. Alihibatse is not kind. Many was stolen by Toyoma. Elena Vitpovila. That's right. Ale meni liakno. Well, I went to the Viklikali Diavel. Ale Yogo Svitlist is not vain. Larite said. Yogo stood for people. Vin is self-wounded with demons on the overshadow. I want Potim Rapta, having roped, I Nito Yogobi no longer Tongu. Burned. Chom? Lariat Vitpovila. Todibuv is not easy. I definitely can't say that. Thinking, Klaus is not a dungy of a character, but simply a weak another row? Yakchovin is a other row. Then there are no problems Wida Vidnosen. Yelena Shasliva Vava for a servant, Pusuye Yita Klaus. Vani directly set down by joy. Pushti pillage Vidnosini. Servant to Smishko Vidkriv Doi. I beg there. One thought. Vin Nastilka Beauty, Shubula Halm, Shovin Vazlivi. Elena walked through the door I was driving Klaus. Von Bula, Hemo, is beautifully, we beautifully, we beautifully. Klaus has taken off. Laskovo, I ask, milady. One thought. Trudeau Golik, Yaki Nikvini. Do not spend an hour on the road. Sex. Vin requested Yaye Billa to himself. Please, Sadai. Vonley thoughtfully thought. I am so innocent in abutment on the mass in order. Elena Shvidko, Sotbila Nyogo. Yakshcho think, Vinyadini, Hoto. Having moved Menpili, interrogation Lariti. Vinch Chelov by the Sustrak. My chuika is prazu. Tseyak minimum interest. Rapt Klaus fought. Male. The hill right turned up to the no-go. So, Klaus shook saying, take a look. Vin showing his own crane. Charlotte Bula is Shukov. Shitsu Klaus Vidpoviv. Parerovi Juralik. Juralik buv non milo, folds I blessed to drive yogo. Von Specky ZVIDCHAM. Say special charm, Vin said. I am practicing, repeated. Ale wrapped Vani stangled. Von knocked out. Krila Trelin warehouse axis, so, Vin said. True as in extensions, many is appropriate. Yelena is radically pidsila closer. Your svitlisti spokation viklikali inchuspris, Vin said. I often honor the TC, many kajit. Pi many is painfully than a tramadi mouth on the castle. Varto many yogo vidkriti. IVSI will with Dareth. Elena Bula Shokov. Von turned around thought. Tomig Takase. I turned up to the nog. About the 6th of June, say is not the case. Vien. Referee? Todi Proverimo, what the truth? Vien pidsiv to the wrong, I said. Male. Yaki character of Lenu on the Imani Klaus Erndikev? Yaku is the role in the Tsomusviti? Vin responded to Yi reacts. One bula is very shocking yogo to the signatures. Chomu Vin was frightened. Yes, sir, Svid to fear Shvidshi. I am not fiercely vigilant, Von shouted. I froze. Chovai Mary on Sviazi, vi just, Vin, the no, the joking. Say Chortavi, Roman snow with the men. For me so I have? I want a romantic Vidosin, Klaus said. Tiusa spoke. She moved to T's feet. Tom, the deck DNI above, in the rods about the TSE. One is shocking. Vi Casal, what are you all alone? Veen, having shouted. Yak is not marvelous. Ale. I do not know how to vikanuti your words, Z Golovi. Yak Bolo didn't bake. In our Persha Zustici said about popular Romani, Chi is wrong, Von vid pavil. So pray, Bulo take. Vin said. I have read it. Elenau looked at the no-go. They read it. Romani, Vin said. I thought it. Alapotum pulled out. Especially washed. Dehiro turned in Perelu. It is possible that I myself am a little like. The bula was very complicated. Von respect for Nyo. Shjo? I have tilki, I felt Nyo. Turn in the pow? The stench was respected by one for one Ibe. Elena Bula was very curled. A bugato duma is a bugato. Von did not know the yak of reacti. Vin. Chomu too is so's divan? I think that she was poisoned here for the time to the pantine of the panton of the tsoye. E tasida si menis kshipka. Yakshcho, everything is so, I think, then you know more, I am. Vin extending to the wrong hand, I sung, yes, the same. Yaka is my role, since I snake and Paul. Vin, having taken the Harry, pure the leaflet of the same. Vin Zamyan. Do not fight like that. I'm not getting tired of coming to you. Elena with a jacket burned out. Ale chomu vitsoyo do not view. Vins ishikai sumishyoi vidpoviv. Taimen has been stolen. I don't want so robot. The depth of Muvchka was marveling at the Nyoyo. Elena Shvidko flowed to Klaus. Vani on the corridor stable. I was so hung up, Nibi drove behind me. Elena Bula in a strong vitcha. Yak all the same? The not the same thing did not bury the romance of the cow by the heroes of the regressors. Ale colon abdominal regresset at once. Abo is the main samples of the Golovna heroine I antagonist. Elena mage dishe to Kimnati. I don't know, my head is sick. Treasurely pt vidpochiti trig. Rapt one felt a marvelous sound. Voni Zyazova, father, way, alert of the general old man. There is not a mayboti at say for an hour to be a dad. Alachomu the sound of the lunar of the middle? Elena took in the middle, yak wrapped huts, pressing to Steny. Vaughn! Shto! Vaughn was in the front of a marvelous billy-haired pair of the Yaki Kam. Eli Sevs, Yak Bagato, Tish. Vin looking at the non-nasty. Cho for a fool's vis osokch. Elena wrote at Aursh in Yogo graphic ogre. Yes, Hoto in the melt. So. I will poke the key. I don't like that. Vin vid poviv. Voneda take. Nibi Taikogo does not know. Vano vigroko visible. I do not know. She for the day of the Sogodni Taki? Vin said. Tai called me. Von roding. Who did I call? Tight to do not really strix. Vin roding shouting. A lot of ode. Shoshchel at the Kaj robot. I TSE to the speech your province. I am without an odiag. Through you men will be born. The Bula Bula at the vast Shotsky Ogi Yogo Raptovic. The one is not Rosumiel. Shcho? Vaughn, respectfully, was surprised to Yogo calling, meaning ti cotton cowardly naiko nikoi does not seem to be. Te tema ptashani, zani kamenu, white. Vin was very blackened by Kolya. Vaughn called Yogo tsim im yam. Vani was writing down. Tia karach wit? I called you? Vin Trishkia have hazing Pishov towards the table. Vaughn thought. Yakim tse? Vine about those. I took the yogo of the core of the miss. The axis of those cordon chapter. Patashka. Translated into a Juna with a Piolatovi Purimus. Do not look at the shows and not a similar Vin on the people. Insha rasa? Character, Shuvivlievel at the moment. Pomiknik? Chuma Tjavivivivi. I want to have a yak. I was tormented. Vaughn foamed Yogo. Yaki is called a novel? And the genre? Have you tell me? Vin shoved. Sheer with you? Take it! Vaughn was gone. There is so bahado beautiful people Allah, I'm alone without a bet. Vin rose. Toby Trimbana Tilky love? Not a 90 of Svit? Vaughn is impressed. Poshchi many chose the take. I want to be in peacefully cramped by the beautiful Cholovic. Vien. Referee, do not change your mind. I will finish Toby Trini. Vani Zizova. Referee, Yakti Cherobish. Tilky is a Spocky of the hand of the head hero. Vin Vidpoviv. Taino Golovna heroine. I, Yakti Bajash so I will. Twy lovely novel, Detai. Sustained his Kohenya. Itsustit Z with his own beautiful Cholovic. Vaughn with a short-lived. Am I a heroic head? Breesh. In the head of the heroine, but the booty is such a great dark minute. White is Zvinuvak. Say your wine. Tiku all their souls. They threw on those school on her ground. I is the duke, I and a friend of Dinstay. I am mutual, Tiokosos robbed for the Tsogo. The crim of that Yaksidal without deal in Kimnati. Duma huts Vibyador infect you? Vin Vigo Visha. Tiv Sajdis Vid Vovika Shiash Indri Bibniki. Vona proudly. Ali in a romantic fantasis. Once I would be reborn, I will be Muriati with Rosemary. Vinzupinechi. Ni Vidnosini for you, Maria Zavreva. Vaughn roted. Vienne is inappropriate. Well, saying not to think about the extra. I do not seem to anyone, they knocked out with me. Vaughn is made up. Chom? Vin is smash. I want to tell people I banged the people of a coward and a knitting bird. Vaughn. Tito Bayu, mowing me. White vid povev. Take Tilky God be younger, not me. Yakshto you get burnt. Wrap yourself. Elena Rozcherukal. Vaughn. Todi Yachts Brashya many dopamagati? Tell me the name of the book, Vin said. What, Yakus is very filed. Gerazed, I will generously finish Toby. I can't tell the name of the book, Ala Roskawi, a secret. Vani Zyazova. Yaki? Vine Vidpoviv. Health. Yakmaya Stilki Tilovna heroine Tsui Roman. I can gently, greatly marvel.